My name is Joel Schumacher. To most people, I'm the director of Batman and Robin, widely considered to be the worst Batman movie ever made and one of the worst movies ever made, period. But that was not my intention. I did not mean to create an awful movie. I did not mean to crush people's expectations. I didn't want to be the bad guy. But that's what everyone made me out to be. Especially him. Matt Farah. My arch-enemy. Yes, I've tried to kill him a couple of times, but that's only because he pushed me over the edge. Were it not for his constant bashing of my movie, I wouldn't be the villain I am to... I'm getting ahead of myself. Good morning, Robo-Matt. How did you sleep?
I dreamt about killing the entire human race again.
Oh, well that's good.
Including you.
Of course.
I have an anti-human rally to get to.
Okay, be careful, love you! But some days, I don't feel like being a bad guy. Hey guys, Matt here, bringing the latest in movie reviews. And today, I'm taking a look at Maleficent.
I know you, I walked with you once.
So who's in this movie? Well, it's got Lara Croft, Dakota Fanning's sister, Howlin' Mad Murdoch, Ian Curtis, and Professor Umbridge. What's it about? Well, everyone knows the classic story of Sleeping Beauty. King has daughter, daughter is cursed, daughter pricks her finger and falls asleep, true love's kiss wakes her up, happily ever after, and something about a dragon. Well, this movie says that story is completely false, and every benevolent force in that story is either stupid or an a-hole. The film introduces us to our protagonist, Maleficent, who is a fairy living in a magical realm, but for some reason doesn't look like the rest of the fairies in this film, and instead looks like a character from Gargoyles. And young Maleficent meets a human boy named Stefan, and the two become great friends and love interests, but Stefan eventually leaves her to return to the human kingdom. But Stefan eventually returns to Maleficent years later, but only so he can steal her wings to prove himself to a dying king so he can take the throne. That is such a guy move, pretending to come back for a girl when he's only interested in stealing her wings to ascend in political power. Am I right, ladies? Naturally, Maleficent gets kind of upset about this, and decides to visit King Stefan once he has a daughter. On the day of her christening, Maleficent curses baby Princess Aurora that before the sun sets on her 16th birthday, she shall prick her finger on a spinning wheel and fall into a sleep like death. And everyone just kind of stands there and watches her place this curse on this baby. Now, all of my knowledge of medieval culture comes from watching Game of Thrones, but shouldn't they have, like, archers or something lined up to take out Maleficent if this kind of thing should happen? Huh? So Aurora is said to be raised by 3 fairies until after her 16th birthday is passed, but the fairies know absolutely nothing about raising human children. Just like Angelina Jolie in real life. Hey, remember when the 3 fairies raising Aurora were helpful and an overall force for good, and weren't a bunch of bickering immature pixies? Pepperidge Farm remembers. So Maleficent ends up pretty much raising Aurora from behind the scenes, and when the two eventually meet, Aurora thinks she's her fairy godmother. She cursed you when you were a baby. But as Maleficent and Aurora get to know each other, the villain begins to realize that she actually does care for this girl, and begins regretting putting a curse on her. So as you can see, it's pretty much like Disney's version of Wicked. Oh no, wait, we already have that. So final verdict, 8 out of 10. I like movies like this where you get to see the villain side of the story, because you get to see why they do the things they do. And this one was... okay. A lot of the time the movie over-justified Maleficent's actions by giving her more good character traits, and people around her more evil character traits, making her seem like some sort of paragon of virtue. To me, it was kind of distracting. I would have found the movie a lot more interesting if instead of making her an all-around goody-goody, they made her more of an anti-villain, like Mr. Freeze. Like, you see she's evil, and you know she's evil, and you see her doing all these evil things, but you know why she's evil and doing these evil things. But on the positive side, Angelina Jolie did a spectacular job as our leading lady. I'm not a huge fan of Angelina Jolie, like, at all, but I found she was perfectly cast in Maleficent, and I can't see anyone else having played her. She had the gravitas, she had the emotion, and she had the cheekbones that could give Benedict Cumberbatch nightmares. And now I kinda wanna see Disney make more movies from the perspective of the villains, like Sqaure, or Ursula, and I know it's kind of soon, but what about Hans? Wouldn't you pay to see a movie about Hans? I know I would. But I guess Disney's new thing is remaking their classic animated films into live action. We've got this one, an upcoming Cinderella one, there's talk of Beauty and the Beast one. Oh my god. How did I not notice this before? They're building up to a live-action Kingdom Hearts movie! Fingers crossed for Freddie Highmore as Sora! Come to think of it, now that we've seen a villain's perspective of Sleeping Beauty, I think a modern-day version will be interesting. I mean, they've done it with Cinderella enough time, so why not Sleeping Beauty? Well, alright, people, I'm gonna go make the movie happen. See ya! Coming this Christmas, Matt Farah brings you Sleeping Beauty for modern times. Rated G. Oh, Matt, you make me laugh like nobody else can. I never wanted to be the bad guy. I just wanted to be loved. But we all have roles in this life, and maybe my role is to be the villain. But I'm fine with that. Because I'm bad, and that's good. I will never be good, and that's not bad. Because there's no one I'd rather be. Wait, hold on. No, sorry, I'm quoting Wreck-It Ralph. What was I talking about again?
I walked with you once upon a dream.
Oh no, she's crushing.